Welcome back. We are now entering module number 7, launch time. Okay, you've got your product sorted, you've got your sales page all done, all your funnel pages are done, you've got your autoresponder set up, you've been recruiting affiliates and joint venture partners. So now we're going to be looking at the essentials of what to do when you are in launch. Okay, so you can see I've got a couple of bullet points just below. We've got pre-launch buzz building. Now this is massively important in the couple of weeks leading up to your launch date. Okay, so this is when you're recruiting affiliates. So you're trying to create a buzz. You're trying to create a really strong buzz so people are taking notice of your launch. You're getting more attention. You're getting more people going through to your JV page, potential affiliates and JV partners, clicking through to your JV page to see what all this fuss is about and see what all the buzz is about, what's all the hype about, and then potentially getting more JV partners and affiliates to promote your launch. Okay, it's also important for potential customers to see this buzz going on. So the best place for that to happen is in the social media, social network sites, primarily Facebook. You've got to think that a lot of internet marketers out there are in the same circles. Okay, they're friends with people on Facebook who are friends with people on Facebook. And I'm sure you already know how viral things can go on platforms such as Facebook. So you necessarily don't have to be somebody's friend to see something to do with them on Facebook, okay? It could be something to do with a friend of a friend of a friend, you know. I'm not even going to go into it because it's going to get too involved, but I'm sure you can understand what I'm saying. So you've got to think that if potential customers are receiving emails from people promoting your launch, yet they've already seen some of the buzz about it and some of the pre-launch stuff already prior to receiving their email, then it's going to jog the memory. Oh yeah, I saw this on blah blah blah's wall, or I saw this guy on about it. I saw this guy did a video on YouTube about it. What is it? Okay, they're already more inclined. They've seen that there's a bit of buzz going about it already. They've heard about it. You know, it's just a good thing to have. Okay, it's a good thing to get your name out there, to get your product out there in front of people, shove it in people's faces. There's one thing that usually stops people from doing this, and it's just the feeling of failure, or maybe, to put it another way, embarrassment. That, you know, that they don't really want to put their product in front of people or recruit JVs because they feel cheeky or they feel embarrassed that the product isn't going to be up to scratch. Forget about that. That's the one thing you've got to leave behind. Okay, you're here because you want to build a business online. The only way you're going to do that is by taking action and getting stuff out there. Don't be held back by the thought of failing. Okay, the more times you fail, the better, because the more times you pick yourself up and dust yourself off and carry on. Everyone fails. No one just walked into this and magically became an overnight millionaire. You know, everyone starts somewhere. So that's a really important part. Just getting the pre-launch buzz going on, getting people talking about your product, getting Facebook ads, people seeing your product up in the Facebook ads. So important. Now, the next bullet point we've got is keeping affiliates up to date. Now, this is of massive importance. Remember when in the previous module we were talking about getting an email list of affiliates? So on your JV page, you've got an opt-in box where potential affiliates and JVs who are signing up also have a chance to opt in with their email address to keep up to date with your launch details. So now in the pre-launch build-up, the couple of weeks leading up to launch, you can mail every couple of days to your JV list, maybe with a look at the sales copy, the sales page one day, then a look at the prizes, a look at the swipes, a look at the contest, just something to keep your name in front of them, to keep them remembering, oh yeah, it's his launch on this date. Yep, I remember Thomas is launching the 18th. I remember, oh yeah, there he is again, he's launching the 18th. Okay, it's just to get that and drill it into their heads, because believe me, they will forget. There's so much going on in the IM world, in the make money online niche especially. There's launches every day, tens if not hundreds of launches every single day. every single week, so it's hard work remembering what's what. Okay, now if you're smart and you do it the right way when you're affiliate marketing and you've got an email list, then you'll use a launch calendar and you'll be booking out people who you're going to promote. So you maybe do four promotions every month. So you'd you'd use Google Calendars, for instance, and from the 1st to the 7th, you're supporting Frank's launch. Then from the 8th to the 15th, you're supporting Jeremy's, then you're supporting Linda's, so you know who you're supporting, you know who you're promoting. That is the clever way. Otherwise, what you'll find a lot of people do is just jump from one launch to another, not knowing who they're doing, not knowing what they're promoting. And we're digressing here, or I'm digressing and diversing. This is for a later date, okay? You need to build your product, so pay attention, but don't pay attention to what I just said. So keeping affiliates up to date. So just getting it out there in front of them. Now, your email list, it doesn't have to just be your email list, okay? We just spoke about Facebook. Now, Facebook is perfect for doing the same because you can tag people who have requested or who have confirmed that they're going to promote. So you could tag them in your Facebook post because they're wanting information, obviously. They're wanting to stay up to date with the details. But what else you're going to be doing is other people are going to be seeing, okay? Because you're tagging and you're posting it as a status on the World Wide Web on Facebook, everyone can see, okay? So other people, other JV or affiliate partners who maybe you've had no contact with are going to see that you've tagged Thomas in a launch update on your Facebook post. And maybe they want to know more. They maybe want to know why Thomas is promoting this, what the product is, how much it's paying, So Facebook's a really powerful place to be. It really is. Now, during launch week, you've got to keep on updating every single day, if not more than once a day. Okay, so the leaderboard updates, you want to be hitting them hard because this is going to be encouraging other affiliates who maybe aren't on the leaderboard, who aren't in top spot, to promote to get to that top spot. So again, Facebook is great for this because you can tag everyone on the leaderboard and people just outside the leaderboard, and you can create some competition between each other. So you can say, Jeff's only 7 sales behind Caroline. You just need one more email and you can take top spot. It creates so much competition. It just does really well and encourages people to promote. Now, I'd be doing this at least once a day. I'd be updating the leaderboard, updating affiliates with the leaderboard. Also, what you can do is you can keep affiliates up to date with conversion rates, how many front-end sales or other sales you've been doing through the funnel, EPC, so earning per click, how much money people are making per click going through the funnel or going on the front end. Again, what this is going to do, if you post it and announce it publicly in Facebook, is it's going to let people know. So if you've got quite a good EPC, let's say $1 plus, $1's around the average EPC people look for, but if you've got something like $2 EPCs, then this is going to capture a lot of people's attention because it's quite a good EPC rate. So people are going to think, well, if that's $2, I want to mail that, and every click that I send, I'm going to get paid $2, as that's the average EPC. Then I'm going to chuck 100 clicks that way, and I'm going to make myself $200. So really important to keep things updated. If there's changes in the launch, you need to keep them updated. If you're adding more swipes, more proof, changes to the sales copy, just keep people updated. So the third bullet point is take the week off. So if you've got a job, so if you're working a job, then I highly recommend, in fact, I'm telling you, you need to take the week off during launch week. Okay, no buts. You have to think of it like this. If you're at work, hard at work, and you don't have access to a computer 24/7, then something goes wrong. Remember, we spoke about in module 3 about the domain and hosting, and it's happened to me before where the hosting has exceeded the bandwidth. So basically, people are hitting the sales page, but the hosting, I've exceeded my bandwidth. There's too much traffic hitting the sales page. So it's basically offline. So all this traffic's hitting the page, but they're not seeing anything apart from an error message. All that wasted traffic are all wasted customers, which is all wasted profit. So to combat this, although you still maybe will exceed the bandwidth, at least you'll be able to check constantly and keep on checking because you buy your computer. And if something does go wrong, you can correct it straight away. I cannot stress the importance of being around your computer. Also, another thing, and something we're going to actually touch on in the next slide, is the support desk. Okay, so you'll have set up your support desk or support email. Remember when we added our product to JVZoo? So now this needs to be open 24/7. You need to be replying to your customers and your support queries ASAP. Okay, it looks so bad if a customer sends, for instance, let's just use an example. A customer can't log into the members site after purchasing the product. Okay, so they're pissed off because they can't log in. They're trying, they've been through JVZoo to make sure they've got the correct details, the email address, that sort of thing, yet they still can't get in. So they need access. They've just bought this product, they want to use it straight away. So they want a fast reply from the support desk. So if you don't reply till the next day, then that's going to seriously affect your relationship straight away. They're going to be in pissed off mode, you know. If they don't ask for a refund, then they're probably less likely to open up emails in the future from you because they've had a bad experience. So number one priority is take that week off. So let's move on to the next slide. So now launch essentials. So we have covered a couple just now, but now we're going to look at a bit more closely what you need to make sure you've done prior to launching. So the first one is making sure sufficient bandwidth. So we've just talked about this. I've experienced it myself. It's not great knowing that you're getting hundreds, if not thousands of visitors hitting your site and you can't do anything about it. You're not at your computer, you can't update it, or you don't even know about it. And all this wasted traffic is just hitting your page and then backing off. And then you've got to think maybe if they get hit with another email another day in the launch week, then maybe they're not going to bother. Maybe they don't even read it. Maybe they think, well, I checked it out last time. It doesn't even work. I'm not going to bother. So it's so important. Now, the way to combat this and try and make sure that this and try and prevent this from happening in the first place is to contact your host. So for me, D9 hosting, remember I spoke about it in the ebook and also in module 3. D9 by far in my experience have the best customer support. All I do is I hit live chat and just say, look, I've got a launch coming up, potentially could have thousands, tens of thousands of visitors hitting my website in a 7-day period. I need to make sure the bandwidth doesn't exceed. I need to make sure my website doesn't crash. So now what they'll do is they'll either upgrade your account. Obviously you might have to pay for this if you're on let's say a shared account or a reseller account, some of the smaller accounts. Then you might have to upgrade if you need more bandwidth. If you've got more sites and spreading bandwidth out, sharing it out between a number of sites, you might need to upgrade. Whereas if this is your only site, then you'll have all the bandwidth into one package, into this one site. So D9 will increase the bandwidth for you to save you the job of having to go through the cPanel or WHM, the web host manager, and edit the package, adding more, and maybe you're not sure how much to add. So it's just good just to say, look, I've got this coming up on these dates, this much potentially this much traffic hitting it. Can we do this? Okay. And another good thing is D9 will also maybe keep a lookout for it as well. You'll have someone on hand just in case something does happen. You can quickly and easily get in touch with them. So the next bullet point, make sure your PayPal account has no limits. Okay. Now I highly recommend you ring PayPal before you launch, and I don't mean the day before you launch. I'm saying maybe a week or two before you launch, and just say, listen, I've got a launch coming up in the internet marketing niche or industry. There's going to be a lot of money, or potentially there's going to be a lot of money passing through my account. Can you increase the limits if there are any. Okay, some people don't have any limits. If you've been using PayPal a while and you maybe even been an eBay seller and you've had money coming in and out, then the likeliness is you don't have any limits anyway. Whereas someone who's brand new to PayPal, who's never taken it or received a payment, you are going to have to contact them. I'd contact them anyway, even if you're an established marketer, and even if your PayPal account gets flooded every day, I'd still contact them, because the last thing you want is PayPal to put a limit on your account because they're seeing thousands of dollars pouring in a very short space of time. That's the last thing you want. So ring PayPal. You can get the number off the website of paypal.com and you'll be able to ring them, and it's best to talk to someone instead of emailing or live chat. Ring them so they know it's a real person, they know that what you're doing, you know what your dates are, and just give them the heads up. Next, we need to test the funnel inside JVZoo. So I'm going to quickly skip over to JVZoo. Okay, so I'm in Sellers and Sellers Dashboard in JVZoo. I'm going to scroll down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select 5-figure funnel profits. I'm then going to duplicate it. Then that's going to add the duplicate product here. So you can see here, duplicate 5-figure funnel profits product. I'm going to go into edit and I'm going to mark allow sales. I'm then going to go down and save product. So that's successfully saved. So now what we're going to do is go into test purchases, and making sure I have the duplicate 5-figure funnel profit selected, I'm going to create test purchase code. So now you can see it's down here at the bottom. I'm going to click the link that it's just created, and this is taking us to the purchase code. You can see that it's only 1 penny. Okay, so basically they've discounted it. It's always only a penny, so you're not having to pay the full amount of the product to test that it works. So then you complete this and choose which email addresses you want it sending to, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's how you test the product purchase. You could then do it for your other products. So you duplicate your platinum and you duplicate your done for you, and then test each one of those. Now the reason why you duplicate it is because you don't want your live products to be live. You don't want people to be able to buy them yet because you haven't launched. So by duplicating them, you can make the duplicate product live and test it that way. Also, if you're to maybe test your product live to allow sales to the product you're going to be launching, and then it's happened to me, I had my brother test it for me and he refunded it. It showed that I had 1 refund straight away. For some reason he wanted to refund a penny. So it's just a good idea to duplicate it. It's exactly the same, the exact same setup, everything's the same, but it's just a duplicate version. Okay, now let's head on back to the PowerPoint. Now another thing you need to do is you need to test the product purchases with an affiliate link. Okay, so either do this with a friend and grab a friend's affiliate link, or create your own PayPal account and create another PayPal account and then grab your affiliate link. So if we go back over to JVZoo, back to the Sellers Dashboard, and this way you're going to be able to test the whole funnel in one go. So if you go to affiliate details page and then click get links, copy your link and then go through it that way. So you're going through the sales page and then the first product you're going to buy. Now you will have to use a different PayPal account to your one that you're receiving the money with. Okay, so either use a friend's or create another PayPal account. There's nothing wrong with doing that. You can have 2 PayPal accounts, one for business, one for personal. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So you could do that, and then you're going to be able to go through the whole funnel. So let's go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, so next up we have man the support desk or email. Now you remember when we added our product via JVZoo, what we did was we added either a support desk using Zendesk or added a support email. Now this is really, really important. And going back to the previous slide in which we mentioned having the week off, then this is one of the main reasons why you need to do so, because you're going to have customers coming in all the time and a lot of them are going to have issues either logging in. You're going to have customers contacting you, your support desk or email with various issues, whether they can't access the membership site, they can't download the product, they can't access the product. Maybe people are wanting refunds, maybe people are wanting closure, or maybe people are wanting direction. So it's really important that you are around and available to answer these queries and support desk issues. So what you need to think of is your support email should be your domain's email, okay? So for me, fivefigurefunnel.net. So my support email is support@fivefigurefunnel.net. Now, obviously, to access your email address, to access that support email address, you have to log into your host account. You then have to access your WHM, your web host manager. You then access the cPanel, and then from within the cPanel, you can access your email account, your inbox for that support email, which is quite time consuming. So a really good way of cutting down the time and making it so much easier is connecting a Gmail account. So now every email that lands in your fivefigurefunnel.net, your support@fivefigurefunnel.net email inbox, also lands in the chosen Gmail inbox which you set it up with. And then what you can also do is you can reply with your Gmail account, and it shows the reply from your support@fivefigurefunnel.net. So it's a really cool way of saving time, making things so much easier. You can do this from your smartphone. So if you do need to nip out for something and you've got your smartphone and it's still there, you don't have to log into your host, your cPanel or anything like that. You can do it all within Gmail. So what we're going to look at is how to set up your email address within your cPanel and then how to link it to your Gmail account. So let's head over to the cPanel. So I'm in the web host manager within D9, and I'm going to select fivefigurefunnel.net, the cPanel. I'm then going to select email accounts. Now you can see I've already got one up here. Contact, I've got two, Contacts and Thomas. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add one called support. I'm going to make a random password. It's always good to use a password generator as well, and then just copy it somewhere safe so you don't forget. I'm just making up one that I'm going to remember. Then just simply create account, and that's been added straight away. So now what we can do is we can go over to Gmail and we can add it in, we can link it up. So let's head on over. This is just a random Gmail account of mine. I'm just going to click the cog up in the top right, and I'm going to select settings. I'm then going to select accounts and import up at the top here, and then just scroll down and you see the add a POP3 mail account that you own. Select that and then enter the email address which you are wanting to link up. Username is the email address again, then the password which you've just created, and then select add account. Leave this selected as yes. I want to be able to send mail as support@fivefigurefunnel.net. Click next step, your name, and you can click next step again. Now you need the SMTP server. So your SMTP server can be found within your cPanel. So if you were to go to cPanel, hit email accounts again. This time for the selected email, just select the drop down box more at the far end and then configure email client. Now if you scroll down, we're using secure SSL. What we'd want is the URL for the SMTP and port. So I grab that, back over to Gmail, paste this into the box, enter the email that I'm wanting to use, and then the password which I just created. Now add account. Okay, so that's done. Now what you need to do is go back to cPanel, email accounts, access webmail for the selected email. Select either one. I always use Horde just because I've always used it. So here's the email. Just open the email up and you can see down below the confirmation code, which you can copy and paste into this box here, or just simply click the link below that and you can now see confirmation success. The Gmail user may now send emails as support@fivefigurefunnel.net. So now that Gmail account is able to receive emails that are sent to support@fivefigurefunnel.net and also reply to them from the Gmail account as support@fivefigurefunnel.net. You will still be able to access all emails within the actual cPanel email inbox as well. So that's setting up the Gmail account and the support email. So let's head on back to the PowerPoint. So the final thing is to keep the launch buzz going. Now we touched on this just before. So you've launched your product. The first day, usually the first day and the last day is when you'll get the most sales. So the first day, everyone's queuing up, ready to mail for you. All your hard work and JV recruiting, this is when it's going to pay off. So the first day lands and everyone mails for you. So now what you want to be doing is you want to be showing everyone the conversion rate. So let's say you get the front end's converting at 10%. You've had 1,000 clicks sent within maybe 2 or 3 hours, resulting in 100 front end sales. So you could screenshot that with our friendly free tool Jing. And then you could post that on Facebook, tag the people who are promoting you in it. Again, creating a bit of a viral image going out, other people seeing it, other people seeing 10% conversions, seeing the EPCs, the amount of sales. If you hit top seller or land in the top 10 sellers on JVZoo, screenshot that, put that out there. All adds to the launch buzz. You've got to keep it going. Every day you need to be doing something that creates buzz. More than once is much better. So the leaderboard update, conversions update, just keep it going. Keep it right in front of people. You've got to think not everyone's going to see it. You might do a Facebook post, tag people in it, but not everybody who'd be willing to promote it will see it. They're not always on Facebook. They might be sleeping. It might be their night time. They might be in bed. So by the time they get up, that post is well away. They'll never see it. So keep it posting. Keep things going. Okay? So that is Module 7 complete. Time to launch. You now have everything you need to know what you need to do, the essentials for launching. Okay? So now we're going to move into the final module. And this is post-launch. So I'll see you there.